This video compares the pricing advantages of using a 24-inch on-center trim joist and tall wall framing system with 1-hour char-rated 4-inch mass ply corridor framing against the current standard system of 16-inch on-center TJI joist platform framing with LVL or LSL rim board and 3x to 4x decking for corridor framing.
One of the larger benefits of using the trim joist is they are completely adaptable to any size you need in the field. We can cut them to any size we need, whereas a truss that's built off-site has to be built to the perfect size of the structure. In using the hangers, it speeds up the installation of the trim joist / floor system by upwards of 20 to 30%.
Using Engineered Wood Solutions products, we were able to really optimize the amount of space we had within the floor ceiling system so that we could run all the mechanical, plumbing, fire protection systems and not have to worry about situations where we had lower ceilings or soffits or other overhead obstructions that would really affect the feel and the look of these spaces, while also maintaining a very efficient floor-to-floor height and maximize the amount of space we had in the building.
Safety's great because our folks will not have to be on ladders nearly as long as they would if they're physically drilling. They have tools in their hands that they have to use to penetrate the wood with, whereas with the trim joist systems, they can focus more on the installation of the product.
So the tall wall system is essentially a way for us to eliminate the rim board at the top of our wall and use a more simplified system.
And it's the tall wall system, so the joists are hung from the top of the framed walls.
Some of the benefits in using trim joist, mass ply, tall wall, we eliminate all of the rim joist in the floor system. We were using a tremendous amount of clips and strapping to transfer the shear from floor to floor. With tall wall and mass ply, it's become quite simple of screwing all three products together. We have found that we can install upwards of 300 to 400 feet of mass ply in a 2-hour time frame. It would take 2 to 3 days using standard framing procedures to put in 300 to 400 feet of corridor, using 50% less manpower in installing the system. That manpower throughout the rest of the structure to cut down on scheduled time.
Inches of mass ply, everything can hang off of the mass ply itself. And you have the sprinkler system, air ducting.
We would typically do, on a good week, 10,000 square feet. Now we're able to do upwards of 20,000 square feet in a given week.
Mass ply that we put in the corridor runs all the way up and down the entire corridor system here. And the transition from that to the subfloor for just all of the units that sits on top of our trim joist product. Again, at 24 inches on center, almost no defect to find. The floor performance is amazing. The transition from corridor to floor framing is level, it's flat.
For our company and for close trade partners like Superior Structures, this is a huge win. Plenty of benefits. We've been disseminating it to our estimators, our project managers, our superintendents, inviting them out to come and see the systems live. With the amount of time that we save, with it being a very cost competitive product, and from the design side, it yielding a lot of benefit and a lot of flexibility. This is definitely something that we want to bring into our typical product that we offer our clients and replicate it moving forward.
Yeah, the system's great. It's new. We haven't worked with it before, and it brought new ideas to the table to really simplify the process. And so far, in seeing it come together, during construction, it's been a tremendous system, and it's added, flexibility and speed to the project.
The combination of trim joists, mass plywood, and tall wall construction makes for a very efficient, both in terms of material and time, and something we'd recommend to all our clients and would definitely use on projects going forward in the future I think this is really a boon for the housing industry, especially. I think this is an opportunity to really make a big step forward for light frame wood construction, especially for housing.